Hello, beautiful soul family. Welcome to Eringy. I am Erin, and welcome to my kitchen. And you thought you were tuning in for a full moon energy forecast, didn't you? Yeah. I'm not going to be doing any cooking here, but we are going to be exploring what the energy of this month's full moon is going to bring of October. And yeah, just thought I'd just change it up a little bit and do it in the kitchen. Why not? All right, so go grab your pen and paper so you can jot down your insights, your intuitive wisdom, and then we'll get started. All right, lovely. So yeah, we're changing it up a little bit. Obviously, this is a different setting as well. Why do it in the kitchen? I don't know. I actually sit up on this bench quite a lot, so I just find it comfortable, and it's just comfortable. But the other thing that I'm changing up is the way in which I'm doing the full moon reading. Okay, so the previous full moon readings were fairly comprehensive, used a lot more cards, spoke about a fair bit. I'm sort of feeling as though that really wasn't as needed, and I feel like we kind of need to simplify it a little bit more, because you've already got your monthly energy forecast for October, so you already have a pretty well-rounded idea about what the energy of this month is, and then this is going to be a little more simplified in terms of how this relates to just the full moon, and that's it. Okay, because as you know, full moon is really about celebrating your accomplishments and your path, and also surrendering what you no longer need. Okay, so let's get to it. What's coming into during this full moon, this beautiful energy of the moon, what's kind of shining light onto your life is that ability of you really looking at your path from a very non-judgmental, very non-critical point of view, and really just sort of being able to appreciate that journey so far. Okay, so yeah, this is not an opportunity, or not even an opportunity, it's just not a time for you to criticize where you're at. So I understand if you're kind of in life, you're looking at it from a perspective of, I haven't achieved what I want to achieve just yet, there isn't enough time, or I've got these other responsibilities that I have to fulfill, and that takes me away from doing these other things. So rather than that, the full moon is illuminating the greatness within you. Okay, it's illuminating that part of yourself where you have achieved so much already in your life. Even if you're not where you want to be just yet, there is so much to be grateful for. Okay, so that's the essence of the full moon. So it's a super, again, like I'm sort of talking about how this is simplified, but even the message is a very simplified one as well. It's really you being grateful for this moment, but you really taking the time to appreciate yourself, not judging it. Okay, so I've got the judgment card. This is where that little nugget of wisdom has come from. Okay, judgment. And obviously cards can mean many beautiful things, different things depending on the energy, and this is really an opportunity for you to take stock of those things that you really do enjoy about yourself and your life. Okay, specifically those things. Okay, rather than focusing on what's not going well, this is an opportunity for you to focus on what's going well. Okay, all right, so what you are ready to release is the push, the pull, trying to make things happen when they're not ready to happen. Yeah, okay. You have so much inner strength, it's unbelievable. You really do. And you have a lot of ambition, and you are highly motivated. And that can be such a superpower, but it can also be your Achilles heel as well. It ultimately depends on the timing. Yeah, ultimately depends on the timing. So what you are here to surrender to during this beautiful full moon is the the need to try to control things when it's just not necessarily the right timing just yet. So because, you know, like I said, you are highly motivated, you're very ambitious. Those are the things that kind of, you know, it builds the momentum, and you've got the experience and the expertise to do what you want to do. And therefore you feel like you have to have it done by now. Okay, but it just hasn't been the right timing yet. And also things have got to be put into place. Like a foundation needs to be built first, a solid one, before you can reach where you want to be. So as you're surrendering that aspect of yourself, the need to control, right? You can always come back to the gratitude and come back to that place where you're not being so self-critical and so self-judgmental, okay? That part of you where you can actually freely go, you know what? I'm doing a bloody good job. I'm really trying my hardest, and I want to love myself for that. I want to take the time to appreciate that instead of putting myself down because I'm not where I thought I would be at this particular moment in time. Okay, so that's what you're willing to surrender. Or that's what the full moon's energy is encouraging you. Maybe you're not willing to do that. And hey, look, that's okay. But just as a heads up, it could be very beneficial for you if you can learn to just accept energetic flow and accept that sometimes the timing just isn't right. And also accept that there are bigger things in play that are happening almost a little behind the scenes. You know, when you're watching a performance on stage, you are seeing essentially a small portion of that performance in comparison to the amount of work that was put into it and the number of people that were working behind the scenes to allow this performance to happen. It's a little bit like that in your life, okay? So there's things that are happening behind the scenes for you, and you're just not able to see the full picture, and there is a really good reason for that. Because if we saw the full picture, we could go either way. We could be freaking out or we could be really excited, but it essentially takes us away from the present moment, and then we're not really practicing the gratitude and the appreciation for the current situation, our current circumstances. Okay, awesome. Okay, so what is coming in as you're releasing that? What is coming in? What's shining more light? So we've sort of said about the judgment thing, but what else is sort of, you know, coming into your world? Draw the Two of Wands card, and this is about balance. What's coming in, what you're bringing in is more opportunities. And more opportunities to expand, more opportunities to grow. So it really doesn't feel like you're remaining stuck or stagnant. It feels like you are very motivated to continue on your path, which is amazing, which is so, so good. But this is also a time for you to just consider this as an opportunity. Rather than taking the leap and doing it just now, this is more about you percolating with the idea of that expansiveness and of the possible opportunities that are going to be coming your way, okay? So it's about you just looking over your life and, again, being very appreciative of how far you've come and appreciative of who you are, how much you're growing. And it's also basically sort of announcing to the universe that you're ready for more, okay? So that's really, really cool. So full moon, you're surrendering the need to control. And in doing so, you're also saying to the universe, okay, I'm open to opportunities. I'm open to growth, and I'm open to something new. So just bring that to me. Alrighty. And that is what's essentially coming in for you. So as an overall message of all of this is all about celebration. Four of Wands. It's about accomplishment. It's about reward. Okay. So we do tend to kind of focus during the full moon on a time where we sort of do a lot of shadow work. You know, we look at the deeper, darker parts of self and explore that, bring light to it, and then release and let it go. And sometimes that opportunity to celebrate your journey kind of gets a little sort of pushed aside, but not this time. We're not doing that this full moon, okay? That's not what's happening. So this is an opportunity for you to just truly celebrate your journey, celebrate who you are. So I feel like maybe just for a second, if you could just stop, okay? So stop moving, just stay put for a moment, okay? During this lunar time, stay put and just celebrate, appreciate it. So if you're intending to do sort of a full moon ritual, rather than sort of, sitting quietly in the dark and journaling or whatever it is that you really like to do that's kind of a little separate from other people, this can also be an opportunity for you to invite people and just to celebrate together, okay? And just live in this moment, in this time, without really needing to do anything, okay? Because we do that a lot. We're always on the go. We're always trying to do something. And we don't often just kind of settle down and just look over everything and just appreciate it all, okay? So that's what the full moon is all about, full appreciation, not being as critical about where you're at, and also bringing in that ability to go with the flow, which is really, really nice, and also realizing that there are opportunities coming into your life, some really exciting ones, and it's just not the time to kind of leap right in and, get straight into it, but it is also a time for you to entertain those opportunities as well, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Happy, blessed full moon, gorgeous, and I will catch you very soon. Mwah. Sending you lots of love. Namaste.